12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Welcome to the stream. Play some Vampyr. I've given this game a go once before, and there was a lot of dialogue. And I thought I'd give it another go. It's a little bit later. We've got some better hardware since I last tried to play this. It is a good looking game. We're playing as a vampire doctor in a historical setting. As you can see, we've hit the industrial era.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Need a drink. Never fear, lady. Dr. Aerohitch is here. Oh yes, missed you too.
I knew it! I knew you were alive! Everything will be fine again. My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary!
Oh, but
no.
my sister.
Mary!
No. Sorry, sis. Sorry, Mary.
Hold on. Please, hold on.
Doctor's here. Do no harm. Hippocratic oath.
Mary. Mary. No.
Bob joined. I see you on TikTok, buddy. How you doing?
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Run!
These patrols are after me. This one! No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Where am I going? Am I going up? No, I'm not going up.
This can't be happening.
Over there! There's one of those vermin. There's one of them
No!
vermin.
Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
Fire! Kill you!
What's going on? Oh, Mary.
We're running.
What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Bastards! Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
I will be changing the lock button immediately. Sorry for the break. That's going to be a problem. Lock. Which is the toggle lock button again? Traction fight. I scrolled right past it. Yeah, control. It's going to be my thumb button. Oh. There we go. Thumb button. Yeah, that'll do for now. We'll change them as we see them.
Who are you?
Nice chill story
Stupid
game.
beast! Sorry.
I'm not sorry. Don't try and shoot me. I'll machete you up. I'll get ya.
Get your weapons ready! We
No,
found one!
please, stop! Who are you?
There's one of them vermin!
What do you want?
Oh, that's a bit quirky.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... That'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Okay, well that didn't work, did it?
I need to find shelter.
I'm being burnt by the sunlight. There we go.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
So if you've not heard of this game before, we're playing as a vampire doctor. And just coming into the game, we've discovered that we've turned into a vampire. It looks like we've bitten our sister.
Brother,
And now we're running away from people trying to kill us.
what have
That's
you
all we
done?
know so far.
Mary!
But that's the premise of the
Mary!
game.
Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Oh, I'll just find a mirror. Job done. It was me. I killed Mary. Oh dear. Well, it's not very pleasant. I hope she wasn't the one that turned me.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities.
Really don't
What's
need it
this?
no more. Typical
Go
London way.
watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it in shadow takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's my watch.
That's impossible.
Go check out upstairs. See what we can see. Broken mirror. Holes in my neck.
12 dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as gold.
Who goes there?
A prayer summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his path.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
An interesting sort of life philosophy that. I don't want to die because I've got more work to do. Not the other way around. I want to die because I've got too much to do. But not realistically, of course. We're only joking. But that's probably why some people are successful.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need
There's
to
only
leave.
one round left.
And now!
There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Interesting philosophy again for a doctor. Killing is easier than healing. Probably right. October 15th or 5th October, I'm not sure. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night, and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. 16th of October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they're digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed, and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital tomorrow, but it's far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She is so frail now it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house to protect us from looters. The men with the mechanical shovel stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into this giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left this house a week ago. But Becky, she refuses to leave. She'd rather die, she said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? This goes on a bit, doesn't it? Becky just attacked me. She jumped up on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. I'm not sure how much more of this I can be bothered to read. It's on screen if you want to continue. Yeah, long of the short bit. He's done his wife in. That's no good, is it? Let's have a nap in this. To read it all, says Bob. Bob!
This makes no sense.
It's only enough. There's only so many hours in the day.
No sense at all.
So much text. Maybe I'll read the next one.
It's a nightmare. That's it.
I'm no David Attenborough, Bob. No Stephen Fry. I can't sit and read an entire book. There's enough dialogue in this game without me adding to it.
So be it. Rational thinking only.
Do we do it, chat? Do we do it? Do we just end it all? Pressing in 3, 2, 1. Bob says yes. Bob, you killed me, you bastard! How could you? I thought we were friends. I've been bobbed. But wait, there's more. I'm still alive, Bob. You haven't got me yet. Think you could get rid of me that easy? By the grace of Bob, I live.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blood in sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Begin by selecting the available skill. Autophagy. Autophagy. You're welcome to correct me on that. Live has been restricted for some audiences. Makes sense. Yeah, suicide and self-harm. It is a game. I'm wondering if people have been booted off the TikTok because of that. We've just had a big alert come in. I mean, I told the game, I told TikTok what the game was, so there we go. We've been reported anyway. It's not my fault. Anyway, Bob, are you still here? Or did you get booted off TikTok, or are you around? Yeah, you're still here. Okay, hang on. Nice view of the desktop there. Just while I clear this this massive TikTok alert. There we go. Autophagy. Autophagy. I'm gonna have to learn what that is. Passive skills, level 2, 1110 XP. So what's the cost of it? Can I start unlocking it already, or? Oh, I can. Okay. 0 of 1000. So we have 1000. We can get one more thing. So claws. Close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. You throw a spear. Or place cloud shadows at the target's feet. Cloud will explode after a short time. Let's go close range. I don't often play close range. So let's do that. Claws. Okay, we're gonna get scratchy with our vampiric skills. Okay, dude. Catch you later. You just kill me, get me reported for suicide, and then leave. I understand. I mean, unaliving.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
I will find him. Let's find the one who turned us.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
Oh, that's handy.
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
Clever fucking beasts!
Offhand attacks. A wooden stake, okay. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me for disappearing there. I think I've contracted vampirism myself. I just had the need to do a horrendous sneeze. Are we back?
I'm still in Southwark. I must
Southwark.
reach the West End. Go back home. It's locked.
Let's get back to the west. Oh. Use your stake to stun the enemy, okay.
A strength I never knew I had.
That's because you didn't have it before. How do I get to my my controls again? So it's asking me to do one or two, I guess. There we go.
What is this one of them?
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my
I
body.
want to drink your blood. Yes. This guy's a bit strong. Bayonet.
My strength, my reflexes.
So they drop
Not human
parts,
anymore.
common handle parts. Okay, lead plate, shillings, some other bits, more shillings. We want all the shillings. So can I jump up there? I can. Whoop! And I can jump up there as well. Oh, I like my vampiric blinks. Those are cool. It's like out of Dishonored. Let's try and get home. After all this terrible vampiric madness has happened to us. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. So, I'm thinking World War I era, because I couldn't remember last time.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Ooh.
I have this thirst for blood.
Tasty rats. 10 shillings.
This is despicable.
Despicable. Keeps you fed. Eat a rat might stop me eating somebody innocent. Like a defenseless civilian. So we don't want to murder those if we can. I should be able to blink, right? Yep. Zoop.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Oh yes.
It's locked.
We're gonna have to come back here at some point then, see what's in this
It's
fridge.
locked, all right.
Welcome to the chat, folks. If you got something to say, I will answer you. I can monitor
I
TikTok
have
and
this
Twitch chats at the same time.
thirst for blood.
And I'm going around drinking the blood of rats. So it's a conversation worthy topic.
What will
you know?
London have to say to me?
If you were a vampire, would you go around biting innocent civilians?
I cannot
Or
enter.
would you
I've
find
so
yourself
many
a nice juicy rat
questions unanswered.
and try to keep the innocent people alive? What would you do?
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Okay. So, we've just discovered we're a vampire, and immediately, plot-wise, we've discovered a murder, and like the hero we are, we're going to go and explore and find out who killed this person before we get home and try and sort ourselves out. What a guy, eh?
Where has everyone gone?
Toggle my vampiric senses. Okay.
Fresh blood. The smell is so... According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
There's a trail down there. There's a hideout. We should always go in the hideouts. Find some loot. Okay. It's a dead end. Okay. Cool. Crafting bench. Oops. Refill. I'm in sure. I do have a gun, don't I? I just can't remember how to get it and use it. Maybe I can't get it out in the safe room. Should we have a bad dream? Let's have a bad dream. Ah, okay. Now this is where you do the unlock. So we have 400 XP. So each of those costs 1,000, I believe. Autophagy causes healing, biting, using bite in combat, body condition. Let's have maybe a damage boost for a bite in combat. And we'll see if we can learn how to do that. No, I don't want to cancel. Oh, defensive stuff. I'll learn to do that later. Hi, Quentin. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you've gone. I was too late.
At last, a little life.
Welcome,
People.
sir, to the Turbo's Turbo.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to him.
Not long
Hello,
ago,
sir.
this sort of mess
Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you
Tell
could
me
just
why you're
talk to me.
cleaning the
Maybe you
killer's
prefer to
bloody
speak with Tom then.
footprints.
He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir.
The murders.
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible.
Vampires everywhere in
Some
London.
say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it.
The Spanish flu and the
Dozens dying every
vampires
week.
and the
Are
World
the
War.
authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar. A turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina. If you want to
It's a
know.
very accusatory way of asking what the pub's name was.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Just want to talk.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir.
I only see one cut.
Oh. Well, yeah.
I'll leave then.
Suspicious. Why is she cleaning up the bloody footprints from the murder scene? Who are you?
Good
gentlemen?
evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Some nice British optimism.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here?
You must be new here.
Who is this?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient.
You make it.
People will always believe in
There's a local bogey.
I'll leave you.
Okay.
Oh,
man.
God, sir. You look like Jonah's whale just
Can I
spat
open
you
a
out of
tab?
hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it?
You must be new around.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks.
Do the police?
Even before the outbreak.
Coppers never come round here. No police looking after us.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through
Like
here
London
recently.
today.
Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually. Well, yeah.
I need...
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first...
Yes?
No.
Right. There's a man we need to meet. He's up on the first floor. And the first door on the left.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in.
That
whoever
was a
you are.
vampire blink. You heard the sound.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm. Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
He's burning me.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Yeah. Don't burn me with Jesus anymore. Thanks for the like. Welcome to the chat, Mario. Hope you're doing okay. Oh, okay. I need to go into this. Let's check him out. He has no social circle. His name is Dr. Edgar Swansea. He's healthy. He's got a level 6 brain, I guess. So I can't take control of him. Because I'm not going to be level 6.
And who might you be?
Hi Ruby, welcome to the chat. I don't know who I am.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Well, I wanted to
Sir,
word
you
with
have
him.
entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as
Exactly.
a corpse and shaking like a tree.
Doctor
So
took the words
please,
right out of my mouth.
indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
Are they molesting
The
people or are they
calling
just
card
biting
of a
them?
vampire.
That has a different
Like
meaning.
you.
Like- You seem like an expert.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What is this brotherhood?
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Very well. Help me.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Yes.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I demand answers.
I will at
Why are you
last have
killing
the
people?
answers to my questions.
Tell me the story.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Okay. Sure. Interrogate the locals. There's a bloodstain down over there. So I must go speak to these locals. I've already spoken to these guys. Is there anybody else in the other room?
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. But there's an office in there which looks... There's lootables. So at some point we need to go back in that room. And see
If
what's what.
Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Not long ago, this sort
Somebody
Someone
else
must
came
know
here
something.
tonight. The best person to ask would be the barman.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Do I say I think you're hiding something, or do I go and get a hint? I am going to say
Goodbye.
goodbye and look around for a hint, because what I've noticed with some of these games is they will, when you enter the dialogue, it's sort of no take backsies. Some of the choices. I might be completely wrong. It might not be a problem. Let's ask the
Evening, sir.
waitress.
Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Hi, Harvey Jones.
Well,
Welcome
if you
to the chat.
must.
I want the truth.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea.
I
He's
can
not the
handle
man
the
I'm
truth.
looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He
Hi,
must have
Jodie.
caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
There we go. Tom Watts, new hint available. So now we can use that knowledge that we've just gained to continue the conversation with the bartender and say, you mate, you can't lie to me because your staff has told me the truth already. So speak up. Tell me the facts. No more fibs. No more porky pies.
You again.
Holding you to
What can I
task.
do for you?
You can talk to me about William.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me?
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most
Maybe he
of
was
the
a
time.
little bit more bite tonight. I don't know. We've seen the crime scene.
How was he tonight?
He
Was
did
he
not seem
different?
innocent.
Oh, sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and...
Okay. Need to find
I
him.
need to find him.
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier.
Please describe.
What do you expect? He's a...
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here.
Right. Let's go find him. He's down by the Limehouse dock. Which I think is
will
over
get
here.
to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Yes, I will. I'm going to find out the truth. More trail. This is the trail we saw from the window.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Examine his wounds.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
How do we know that? It looks like he's wearing, like, pauldrons.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Well, not pauldrons. Whatever this one's called. Braces? Braces.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Well, that's good, because we have a zoop. I can zoop with ease. And go check the place out.
Over there!
I didn't have an option to sneak. There's got to be a method of sneaking somehow. So there we go. Range weapons. Equip and press right mouse button to use your range weapons and inflict both standard damage and stun
Ammunition
damage.
crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
I know McCullum to be wrong about anything.
Right. No time I can remember.
I'll stop saying zoop.
But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man
This
says
is
it
no
does something,
place for a gentleman.
We've got one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
Fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold? Stop right now!
I wonder if I can sneak up behind him. Let's have a look for that. Maybe I missed a little, like, tooltip somewhere. So there's lots of dodgings, but there's no sneak-ins. Dialogue? Yeah, there's loads of... You can mesmerize, medical checkups, medical details, mesmerize details. Move forward. I could try dodging into an attack. Don't know. He's definitely looking at me.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
We got him. That's how you deal with him. Let's get his loot that he's hiding. Lead plate and aluminium shards. Okay.
I cannot enter.
Although we had the option to go up here, it doesn't look like we've got the ability to zoop on out. Unless... Nah, I was thinking like maybe that would open up as like an option, but no. Let's head down here. Oops. Enemy card. Press B to scope out enemies. Melee range, powers, blood, shadow. Okay, so no powers. He's resistant to ranged, but not melee. Yeah, red indicates a high resistance. Okay, so we have to melee him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And those guys are melee as well. And there's a big blood spatter over there. What's T? Okay, just T to bring up that menu. Okay. I wonder if there's any way to...
Steady, boy! We've got one of them! I'll send you back in the ring! That's all you deserve!
Zoop, zoop. There we go, that wasn't so bad. I mean, we lost quite a bit of health and blood, but we will get it back.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
A lot of them around.
Leech spotted! Watch out! Watch out for them teeth! Bloody leech!
Oh dear.
Let's see how he likes a bit of fire!
Oh dear. I'm not very good at this combat. Let's try again. I don't know, how bad is the death? How far back will it put me? It does seem like you got this ability to zoom, but then you can't, like, it doesn't take you straight to the enemy. It just puts you right in the front of his gun barrel. Seems a bit daft. It's gonna make me fight them all again, isn't it?
Sorry, sir. No admittance.
No admittance, okay. How do I equip my other weapon? I want to try gunning him down. Set keybind. Shouldn't really have to check this all that often. Switch melee weapon, switch range weapon, C. Why would it be C or Z? It's so weird. C, Z? It's not even giving me the option there. It's melee or nothing. Just take him down quickly. I'm not going to bother with the guy up there.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Hey, Leeds! That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Got him.
It ain't human! Kill it!
Better job this time.
Weapons ready! Fuck is fast!
Right. We've got two. Oh, come on. Lock. There we go. Seems a bit daft. Control scheme's not amazing. Oh, there's a new person. Okay. Yeah. I wonder how often people actually read this stuff. I'm not that guy. I'm really not that guy.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
A used scythe. Equip a two-handed weapon. Okay.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before. No.
How do I equip it then? I go inventory? Two hands? Yep, I can see that, but... Seems to want to give me the option to equip it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, ZX, Q,
Must have more.
E... None of this does on the thing.
Not again. William, please stop.
Maybe it will teach me later.
I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, here he is. It's Bishop. Got him. It's enough out of you, Mr. Bishop. Let's go help this guy. Priorities. There's loot in the room.
William, please. Stop. William was an honourable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well. Another lost soul. A kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Oh, thanks for the assist.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
You have indeed. Yeah, just leave. There's nothing like a loose newborn vampire could do wrong to the city. Just leave me to my devices. We'll help this Irish priest.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
Ah, yes. That's how you secure the boat.
Evil man they claimed.
Turn your little weird side
by the
wheel.
thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. You'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Okay, let's go and inspect William.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Working the class system into vampirism. That's the British way. That one must have been a working class vampire. It was not a conservative class vampire? Disgusting. Why are we working the class system in? Why? All vampires were created equal. It wouldn't be 1900s London without a bit of it, would it?
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Oh, thank you.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Yes. A new job.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Okay. I'm assuming it wants me to go this way.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
That's a murder.
Rotten oppressive. Each heart contains the source of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard!
What do we do?
I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry.
This is 1900s London.
The guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. So by murdering civilians, you speed up your, Oh, I'm supposed to mesmerize him, okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Put him into the shadows. Ooh. Press left click to embrace Laycox, or spacebar to release him. Embracing him will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware there will be consequences. Whoa. What should we do? Is anybody in chat? Release him or bite him? I'm thinking release him. Because we can feed ourselves on rats, we know that. And we don't need the XP boost. Feed him or bite him, chat. Let me know. Anybody on TikTok? Anybody got an opinion? We're going to be releasing unless somebody says something in 5, 4, 3, 2, and sold to the release.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
There we go.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
So we must figure out who to eat and who not to eat.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to
Hello,
the Pembroke
nurse.
Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
I'm going to try and avoid asking personal questions as long as I possibly can, because there is so much dialogue to this game.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks.
Time for an
He answers
attitude
to the name
adjustment,
of
lady.
Clay Cox. He
I'm a
requires
surgeon.
urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds. That's the Pembroke spirit.
Clean your
I'll
hands.
ask our
Gonna
porter,
cause an
Milton, to bring
infection.
him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions. Thank you, Nurse Crane.
We know the answers to most of those questions. Have a look around in these old army officers' tents. We used to have some good kit, didn't we? Heavy, bulky. But we did go to work.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, great. Okay, let's... Yeah. Let's talk
I'd
the
like to
ambulance
see
driver.
your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I sold the ambulance driver my watch. Looks like I've got bits and bobs in order to create weapons. A lot of common parts. Oh, this is what I can buy from him. Okay. But I do have stuff. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I assume we'll learn more about the crafting system later.
Good evening, Nurse Brett.
Good evening.
Oh, it's the same nurse.
Goodbye.
Sorry to disturb you. You're on the other side of the place. I thought you might be new. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr.
Hi there,
Reed
Rain.
has joined
How's it
us.
going?
I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Thanks, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Swansea is right.
Another night with the glorious...
This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Disgust on
Few
every
patients
street
here and there.
corner.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Okay. Medical checkup. E.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
F for details. He's considered healthy. That doesn't seem right. I'd choose to mesmerize him, but I don't know why I would.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Well, he's right.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
That'll do.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Perhaps we'll learn more later. I won't ask too many things either, because I think when
it's locked,
the game will sort of lead us down a route. If we know we've got a mission and we need to speak to somebody and find out, I'd rather know when I have to talk to new people, if that makes sense. Hey lady, why are you staring at a wall? Let's see what's on the wall first. Do not cough in public. Well, that's not very nice. Sometimes it isn't really voluntary all the time. But they don't have masks like we did. Although they did, didn't they? There was old pictures from the early
Good evening,
1900s
miss.
epidemic.
I'm Dr. Reed, the new
Hi, Caspian.
surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Something makes me doubt you're a vampire, Thelma Howcroft.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only...
Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
There we go. I think it's time we go find our office. Tempted to go exploring and... there's some loot over here. Let's grab some loot. And continue up the stairs. Go find our office. On the second floor. Well, that really depends on whether we had an American developer or a British one. Ooh. A used hacksaw. Okay. I do think my machete would probably be better than that still, but...
It's locked, all right.
That's Dr. Tippett's, Dr. Strickland, and Dr. Aykroyd. Here's a storage cabinet with a box in it.
It's locked, all right.
But it's a locked box. Dr. Reed, they've
This
already
must
had
be the
signs
place.
made.
It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Very efficient.
Relegated to the shadows.
In the boat.
A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Oh yes, we're not quite Dracula. Here we go. So we have a crafting bench to analyze. Yes, let's analyze this blood sample of William Bishop. A light regeneration serum. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Okay. So I don't know what that analysis was. So we can upgrade our weapons 65. The hacksaw and the bludgeon is worth 65 damage. But the hacksaw is faster. We need handle parts to be able to upgrade it. Okay. That's 99 damage. Handle parts again. Weapons. Used revolver. Common revolver. To upgrade that we need 3 common trigger parts and 2 springs. We have 1 common trigger part. That makes sense. Used stake. Common stake. Tiny common handle part and lead stick. Okay.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Yes. So much time now. Because I am no longer mortal. Let's have a nice sleep. We've got 900 XP. That's enough to do some things. We did say we wanted to do blood barrier. That costs 600. Quite expensive. Create an invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. So we'll put a shield around ourselves. Okay. Increase your health. We'll do that as well. Nice. Confirm.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Okay, so we have missions. That's my main quest, Chapter 1 Quarantine. Learn to live amongst the mortals. Answer the door. Okay, so you can review your past quests, that's good. Citizen menu shows you the people. So the guy that we just saved that did the murder requires a treatment for fatigue, so we need to make medicines. Everybody else seems moderately healthy right now. Okay. 30% loss of blood quality. So, yeah, this is even darker, see, because he's level 1 for the mesmerize. But we can improve his blood quality and then murder him, which is like, this is dark. You can be as dark as you want to be, it seems. Okay. What's going on to the door?
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Doctor. Hurry up!
Okay, where are we going, nurse?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
There is nothing here.
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
Okay.
A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Thank you, nurse. Let's go to the morgue. 61 meters away. Okay, we need to go down the stairs, I'm assuming, and out the back door, because it's been sealed off. Is there a back door we can use? Okay, this looks like where we're supposed to go. There's little shops and stuff. Can't go in there though. Okay, small door at the end of the street. This one?
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Ah, Scowls. Okay, yep. We've got some battling to do. Oh, he got me. What do I do? There we go. Put my shield up again. Another bite. Oh, yeah. Did I get them both? I did. Okay. What I have noticed is, even though we have the hacksaw, we haven't equipped it. I'm not sure how to change to that weapon. You know, because we're still using this machete thing. There's no way for me to. What is the setting? Hi, Emiliano. Great name. Where is that keybind? So according to this, melee attacks are a consumable 1, switch melee weapon is Z. I mean Z does nothing, so I don't know what it's talking about. What a weird problem to have. Maybe we're just not allowed to change weapons yet, and it'll tell us later. Okay, we cleared the garden anyway. We need to go check out the old morgue, which is this door up on this side. Cool. In we go. Okay. Are there any nasties in the morgue? This old part of the hospital, which they closed down. Oh, okay. Well, we opened it. I didn't mean to do that. I was expecting it to pop and say, this door is locked. So we'll just turn right around and we'll go back in. Sorry, everybody. Brief intermission. And we're back. Okay. We're having a good look around. Cabinets. Glass files, okay. I'm going into my vampiric senses mode.
I cannot enter.
There's a basement in the morgue, which is locked. Nothing in here for us. Upstairs. That's a skull. Okay. Let's go deal with him.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Benign. quinine. Can't remember what it's called. How to pronounce it even. Bullets and some shotgun shells off that guy. But we're not allowed to use the gun yet, so I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, it's weird. Weird problem to have.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
There we go. Oh, we needed that, didn't we? Let's go downstairs. Oh, hello. He actually genuinely made me jump. Didn't realise there was another one up here. Let's lock on. Or is it the same one that just came back to life? Not sure. Any more in here?
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Okay. There's another floor. Do I keep going? I know I have to be in the basement, but if there's goodies... Watery rich blood sample. Okay, these are all locked. Or inaccessible, so let's go down to the basement again. Oh, hello. So he zipped, I assume, into the basement, so we'll have to fight him probably. A couple of scowls. We should have what we need to kill these guys.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
I win. Know your place, Scal. More bullets. Oh, and a random waste of blood. No problem. Okay. Let's just have a quick look over here. That looks like an elevator shaft or something. No enemies. Okay. Oh, two enemies. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got the first one. He did quite a bit of damage to us, that one. Ferrous tartrate. Okay. More goodies? No? Sorry if I'm giving you all motion sickness. Oh dear. What happened to you? Local investigations. A new citizen investigation is available. Press tab to open the local investigations menu. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with left click, then access your map, locate the area to explore. Okay. The harder they fall citizen quest. Find out the cause of death. Interview Tippets and Brannigan. Okay. So they're involved in this person's death? Interesting. Okay. Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner. Report of investigation Samuel Connor. Caucasoid. Is that a race? Male, 39. Unknown. Fisherman, natural. Fast progressing pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation. Spanish influenza. Dr. Corker and Tippett, Nurse Gwyneth Bannigan, name and signature of medical examiner, Dr. Corker and Tippett. Okay, so Tippett was there at the point of his death, I think, is what that means.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Okay, let's have a look. Corner of the lips.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Okay.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
I'm just going to adapt the brightness setting on my actual monitor, because it's coming okay on my left monitor, but on this one not so much. Let's try this. That's better. The contrast is very high. Sorry about the wait, folks. I'm literally just doing something for my own benefit, but I think it'll be worth it to me.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Okay. Why has he been re-expected? Operated
A
lungs.
puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
What for? Chest tube to help him breathe?
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Oh dear. Okay. I will have to, Oh, okay, Mr. Tippett, already. We've got
It's locked.
A case of a bad doctor. We might have to sack him. A used Liston knife. Blood absorb. A new offhand weapon. Equip it to directly absorb blood. Okay, that sounds helpful. But then, I can't equip it. So, like, it would just leave me with a stake in my hand. I am going to Google this quickly, because, like, we've already got some better weapons, and it's going to become a problem soon. Vampyr can't equip other weapons. Let's have a little peeky. A little look. I'm still here, folks. But, I'm not very good at multitasking. You can do it from the You can't do it from the inventory for some reason. You have to do it from the character panel. Click your currently equipped weapon and you'll see all the available options. The character panel? Okay. Bit confusing. Character panel? This is my character panel. That makes sense. Okay, there we go. That's how we change. Good. Okay, let's go to the used hacksaw then, and then in our offhand, we'll take the... Oh, I see. The Lister knife. So I could have... Interesting. Oh, so I've got two offhands. Okay. Right. Aha. Okay, so then you equip that... Okay, now I'm confused. Then if I equip that as a single-hander, and then that... Okay, so that gives me the ability to switch between the two? No serums? Sure. Okay, I'm a little confused. Oh dear, okay, you're right, you just shoot immediately. Press C and I can switch between them. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. So that will allow me to siphon blood. Right, great, okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's have a look around. Was this where we came through? Yeah. This is the room we were just in, yes. sketchy. Down there. Ooh. Nicely done. Do you know, I don't feel bad about that at all.
Be so ferocious.
Okay.
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger.
I will.
To drink blood is so tempting.
It is. But we're going to avoid it anyway, and we're just going to have some really hard combat. Unless, of course, chat intervenes. If somebody pops in and says, I want you to kill this guy because he's mean.
Sodium hypochlorite.
Then I might just listen.
Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Oh, I love that power. Blink is so cool. Okay, watery-rich blood samples, an enigmatic formula. Let's have a look for some other bits and bobs. Anything else they can offer me? Workbench. Anything over here? No? Should we check out the workbench, see if we can upgrade our one of our weapons? Level 2. No, we need more bits. Yeah, more bits all around. Okay. Need to collect some more gubbins. Craft the treatment for fatigue. Okay. Yes, that's what I need to do. To analyze water bits. Okay. Analyze. Enigmatic formula. Analyze. So we've done treatment for cold, bronchitis, pneumonia, sepsis, anemia, and fatigue. So that's what we need to make. But we've also got a regeneration serum and a light blood serum. Regenerates 60 blood points instantly. Okay. That contains opium. Okay, so fatigue, glass vial, quinine, ferrous tartrate, and sodium hypochlorite solution. We have made it. Okay, bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Okay, back out we go. We'll need to go all the way out. We also need to talk to Tippets about the... Oh, hello. Did we get him? Yeah. More ferrous tartrate and quinine. It's nice of them to cart all this around for me, isn't it? I don't know how effective that is. I think my steak was doing a better job. Oh, he blocked it. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. There we go. We won, but at great cost. Okay, let's get out of here. These guys trying to murderize me all the time. We've cleaned up the district. Let's go get back. Back to the hospital. Spooky looking place, isn't it? Nighttime London in the 1900s. Not sure why we're leaving our hospital doors wide open. Swineth Baron again. Dorothy Crane. Tippets. Brannigan, yes. Interrogate Brannigan about the medical error. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane. Are you Dorothy Crane?
There were more of us, with less resignation.
I think she must
and
be,
more
right?
determination.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr.
Well, it's...
No, she's not. She's Pippa Hawkins.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital.
I do need to interrogate them, but I will do that after I've found Dorothy Crane. Thomas Elwood, Sean Hampton. On the upper floors, maybe? That's another doctor I haven't met yet. There's Dorothy. Who is... oh, maybe not a doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Excellent. Well, nice to meet you, Dr. Strickland.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Let's go and talk to dear old Dorothy.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Very well. Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to a patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. Okie dokie. Hello.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Well, Mortimer Goswick. It appears...
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Okay. Let's check his details. You can see he has fatigue, and we can cure it with the treatment for fatigue, which we have, because we've just made it.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Excellent. Okay. Should we ask him some questions? I mean... Tell me about yourself,
Tell me
I
about
guess?
it.
I don't want to...
Yeah, he's got a sore throat. Let's leave him alone.
I have to go now,
Sorry.
sir.
So inconsiderate.
But don't...
Poor guy. Who's this lady?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed?
Well,
I've
you
heard
have,
much of
Beatrice.
your talents as a physician.
Yes, not a problem.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
I do like the medical aspect of this.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
This is quite cool. World War One London medic is medic vampire. It's such an interesting...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see.
Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Okay, let's have a look at it.
Is there anything else that's bothering you?
Oh, well,
Can I
I
help
would have
in
focused
any
on the
way?
arm.
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Okay. Questions. I require hints to solve his issues. Doctors are
Tell me
arguing
about the
case.
doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl.
Not too much detail, but
Treated
just
me like
enough.
a book.
So I'm thinking. Oh, citizens' plans will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely.
Never could
No.
get anything from her.
No, I'm not going to eat the peoples. We're trying to heal them up. Okay, so I need to talk to Nurse Brannigan. I think we should try and talk to Nurse Brannigan first, because she supposedly isn't the one that has caused the issue. Nurse Brannigan. Are they together? No. There's Tippett's there. There's Milton. There's Gwyneth. Hey, Gwyneth.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Personal questions? Tippett's medical error.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error,
She covered
Dr.
it up?
Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't
Terribly
allow your
irresponsible, madam.
emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett
But is he
in our
brilliant? If
situation?
he's murdering people? Okay. They're in a desperate situation. I understand you took a great risk. You did not have the right. I think this is too angry an option. You took a great risk. She's aware of that. I'm just going to say I
I
understand.
can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
I think she's right. Maybe Dr. Tippett just needs some training. But
Goodbye,
I don't
nurse.
know. When
Call me
somebody's
if
life
you need
has been
assistance.
lost, can you really retrain a doctor? Because they kind of need to know the stuff in advance, you know? Nobody wants to be the patient that the training doctor is being trained on.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Well, I have some questions.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake.
Honesty.
That's the blunt truth.
Tell me about the nature of the
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Oh dear. Why not stop practicing?
Why not stop practicing?
Are you
clear.
mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Good.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
I see. I'll cover for you. No, I bloody won't. There's more hints. Yeah, so there's got to be more stuff to learn, right? I'm not going to commit to the I'll cover for
Goodbye,
you
Dr. Tippett.
before I learn everything else. That seems like a bit advanced. Choose what to do with Dr. Tippett's cover. Tippett's in exchange for his resignation, or trust Gwyneth Brannigan and cover Dr. Tippett's error. Are those really my only options? I'm going to talk to Mr. Swansea. Let's find out what Mr. Swansea has to say.
The giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Is he on the second floor? Yes. Here in this direction. That side is locked.
It's locked.
Dr. Swansea.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Will do. I didn't even knock. It's quite rude of me.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
Okay.
This must be all so new to you.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Your words bring comfort.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan.
Seemed a little sharp.
Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Let's go and speak with the hospital benefactor. Yeah, I'm still not sure about this, the harder they fall quest.
What your last thoughts would be.
Cover Miss Dr. Tippett's in exchange for his resistance, or trust Gwyneth Brannigan and cover Dr. Tippett's error. It's the only thing you can do, really. It looks like so far. I don't know if there are any other options. We'll find out later.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
There's so much space inside.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a
The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
I'm glad to see you.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
I think that's a daft question. She's just told me she's got something important, so I'm going to say I'm here to help you.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Ah.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Oh, I'm afraid I have to be in that scenario.
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury. That is our nature. By vocation, we also have reason to visit the hospital. Logic dictates.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
Right. I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Excellent. Okay. So, in exchange for finding out the gossip and helping, she is going to answer all of our vampiric questions. So 9 meters away, there is...
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me, even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul, they belong to you now.
The life running in your veins.
Is he just
this
playing
dead
along?
Flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen.
Yeah, he is.
Spare your obedient slave.
There we go.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
What?
Or at least
What?
in the case of
What is
Nurse
this?
Brannigan covering
Who
up a
are
murder.
you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Shut up. Shut up, you old bat.
If you continue
I'm gonna do
shouting, I'll have you restrained and gagged. Understood?
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here. You've picked the wrong fight.
I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's
Ooh, a
vein.
C-bomb. In the 1900s, a C-bomb, just like that. Okay. A medical error?
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then?
It should
Nurses
be, though.
Crane, Hawkins,
Maybe she has
Brannigan's,
some answers for me. I'll come back to her
all
later.
of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner
Thanks
here.
for the follow, Rainey.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
There we go.
The patients and staff might know something.
Nurse
I'll start my
Thelma
investigation with them.
There's Thelma Howcroft. Nurse Brannigan's out there.
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay. So let's talk to Nurse Brannigan first. See if she's there.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Is there a strange man visiting nurses?
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Perhaps there's a hint. Yeah, so Tippett, the Tippett situation, so the two options it looks like I have so far without going into anything else. I'm not sure if the mission's concluded, but I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's error. It means I'm telling Nurse Brannigan everything's fine and I don't get the resignation. If I talk to Tippett and I tell him that I won't reveal the error, he will resign. So that's the difference.
Goodbye,
is
nurse.
Tippett
Call me if he
remains
needs assistance.
as a doctor on site, or he doesn't. So I think the logical way would be to, if I was his manager in this sort of situation, would be to supervise his next few interactions with patients, especially surgeries. Maybe even putting a suspension on surgeries and putting him onto regular tasks for a while. Just to make sure he's still capable. Maybe offering a little bit of training, you know?
I will not let you down, my lord.
I don't know. So, we still need to find Dorothy Crane.
Will this shift never end? You always
For Hawkins as well. There's an unknown doctor through here. Which I do think we should go and meet this doctor.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Rumors of blackmail.
Have you heard about any blackmail going?
Blackmail?
Nonsense. Okay, there's some questions.
I don't know what you've heard about me.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but...
And what exactly?
I served in the war just like you.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
No reason to justify my actions to you.
I don't see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
Thank you for your...
I believe so. I really should close these doors. They'd be freezing. Why are all these hospital doors open?
Circumstances, I'm willing
Reads
to
me
give
like
her
a
the
book.
benefit of the doubt.
I never could keep anything from her.
Dr. Hawkins. Is she on the first floor, do you think? Or the second floor?
I wonder what your last...
There she is. She's over there.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Ah, so it's you. Right, so I need to get somebody else to accuse her of visiting somebody.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
So, find Nurse Dorothy Crane.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation, more determination.
Should be around here somewhere. Come on, Dorothy. Where are you? Is that another unknown doctor I've yet to meet? Oswick, Milton, Strickland. Doctor out here.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Okay.
Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital?
Pardon me, sir, but I have...
Please show me one.
Of course. It's just
Medical trinkets. Okay. He has things I need to make more cures. That's good to know.
I cannot enter.
Oh, that's where they're being stored. Oh, okay. He's gone in. But he's not
It's locked, all right.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Mass grave.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
So tired. Will this shift never end?
I wonder why I'm struggling to find Nurse Dorothy Crane.
Stop following.
Likely to be further out here. Well, there's Clay Cox. Clay Cox has fatigue. That we can heal. But But we need to go and make the stuff for it. So, do I have to go to my office to make that? Probably.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
What can you tell me about...
Let me go.
Goodbye.
It's definitely her, because she's got defensive about it. First, let's go up to our office and create the cure for fatigue. She might be on the top floor as well, that's another possibility. Where's our office? At the end. There's so much room up here. There is no reason at all for these people to be outside in tents. There we go. Sandy. Right. Workbench. Let us create another treatment for fatigue, for which we'll need sodium hypochlorite solution. Okay, so let's go and see Dr. Chandra, I think his name was, downstairs. Realise I'm getting slightly distracted, but we'll find this nurse on the way. She'll be around here somewhere. She's just not visible right now. So let's head down. And out the back door, I believe. Wasn't this way, was it? Yeah, it is. Rakesh Chadana. Rakesh Chadana. Okay. Hello,
Good
Rakesh.
evening, Doc. Please show me what you have to sell. Of course.
So it was sodium hypochlorite solution. That's the one. How many do we want? Let's buy 2.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly
I think 2's all
depart.
we needed.
I'm managing a train terminal.
But the suffering
Head on up. Go left. Left again. Down the hall. There's probably a crafting station closer than this, but we'll find that later. It's okay. It's not so bad. Over here. And we will create the treatment for fatigue. Excellent. So we'll need to find some more sodium hydrochlorite at some point. Go back down the stairs and see if we can find him and cure him. See if anything happens as a result of that. Because he was a man that we were about to potentially kill.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Medical checkup.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
He is fatigued.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally.
Yes.
But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Interesting. She's recovering.
Have you heard?
Blackmail.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Ah.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
Okay. There's more to find out about him, so...
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
The Wet Boot Boys, okay. We've learned something.
How is your
This is a
What's wrong?
That bastard you sent to bring me here.
I see.
The nurses aren't too ugly.
What's wrong with...
Come on, Dr. Reed.
But you're alive, thanks to...
What are you expecting, a medal?
I wonder if, over the course of the game, we can improve the Pembroke. There we go. So I don't know who that hint was for.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Oh, is that why? Because she's all the way out over here.
This isn't even my neighborhood. Please, sir.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, from the Pembroke Hospital.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
There you go, fear of rats. I've learnt something new. Thanks again.
What can you tell me about...
His name is Oswald Thatcher.
Where was your friend?
He went down by the canal.
This is a dangerous...
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital.
What can you tell?
I'm Oswald's
Okay.
I have all the...
Thank you.
You have another mystery to solve? Find Nurse Dorothy Crane. That's why we couldn't find her. She's over there.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
So perhaps it wasn't her then. This is the mysterious gentleman. Oh, so she's gone. Okay. Retrieve the thug in the sewers. We go to our character menu. Might switch my offhand to be the stake because the gun is nearly out of ammunition.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Sodium hypochlorite. This is what we needed. Ergotamine and ferristatin. Opium? We needed that for something. It was one of the treatments for me, I think. One of the
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
I thought I put a shield up. That was supposed to stop that. It was a bit of an awkward camera angle mixed with I haven't done combat in a little while. You have been defeated. Let's see if we'll have a go. I know we can win this. Why is it not letting me die? There's another one behind. I think I'm getting a bit fatigued. I could do with that fatigue here. I'll go for another 15 minutes. We'll try and get through this. But then I need to close down. Different strategy this time. Seems to be an issue. for that one first is a good idea. Can I just go straight through without killing them all? Oh, I thought
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky and feel the fresh air.
try and save him. Hello?
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
This is the
I'm
chap's
Dr.
brother.
Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
He has a headache. Cure with the treatment of a headache. Okay. I need to be able to make these healing parts for him. Social circle with a hint, yeah. We've all got social circles. It's interesting. Citizen rescued. You rescued a citizen. Yay. Okay. Still need to go after this thug. So I'm assuming you can get out that way. Yeah, that's good. Or that way, yeah. A couple of options. A few shillings for our trouble. Let's head back in and try and get this beastie. I don't think I'm going to trigger every battle if I can avoid it. There's definitely something to be said for not just spamming the attack button, having a bit of timing instead. A few bullets from him. We will get the blood back. Okay, the blood trail runs down here. Somehow we've triggered this walking, which is nice. He's in here, isn't he? Yeah. Sewer beast. Hello, sewer beast.
What sort of creature is this?
It's a big one. He's gonna kill me. I don't really see how I'm supposed to defeat that, because I mean, I'm sure I could. It'd just take me bloody ages.
What sort of creature is this?
A double attack. And I can hit it. Okay. One. The issue is when I run down. I'm getting cocky and I shouldn't be. Ah. There's nowhere near it now. Excuse my French. I don't think I can win this. Not at my current level, at least. Or with my current level of weapons. Maybe I need to buy some stuff or make some serums. Yeah, no. No, I'm not fighting all the skulls again, just for the sake of it. Don't bloody, not interested. I'm out. Let's go solve another quest. Right, it's getting close to midnight anyway. I think we might have to come back to this later on. Thank you to everybody who dropped in. Good few folks on TikTok stopped by, so thank you all of you. And I will be posting the full version up on YouTube, and it'll be on Twitch for a while as well, so if you want to catch the full thing, go check there. And we'll be sure to come back with part 2 at some point. Thanks very much.